Look at me. Was it on purpose or accidental?
She said she didn't want to live anymore.
She said she didn't want you anymore?
Yeah, she don't want to live anymore.
남자는 두 손으로 얼굴을 감싼 채 흐느끼고 있었습니다. 어깨까지 들썩일 정도였죠. 그런데 맞은편에 앉은 형사는 더 이상 못 참겠다는 듯 용의자를 꾸짖기 시작합니다.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna go so far as to say that you are a monster. You know what crocodile tears are? That's like the absence of tears. Grief, you can't fake it. You sit here and cry, oh, and not a damn tear came out of your face.
처벌 실화냐? (2019년 5월 1일) 수요일 텍사스주 엘빈 제시카 테일러 설리번과 연락이 며칠째 닿지 않는다는 가족의 신고로 경찰이 출동합니다. 단순한 웰페어 체크가 될 예정이었죠. 그런데 문을 열고 마주한 건 제시카가 아닌 4살짜리 아이였습니다.
01073958 01073958. Hi, how are y'all doing?
Where's your mama at?
She's asleep.
Sleep. Is she okay?
She locked the door so we can't get in.
So,
Okay,
would you mind waking her up? Tell her that the police are here?
we just want to
We
talk
just
to her.
want to talk to her.
She's not in trouble, we just
She's
want to
not
talk.
in trouble.
You're not going in jail?
No, of course not.
Where's your daddy at?
He's not here, I think.
He's not here.
No.
You think?
He's at a trip at the town.
Oh,
Out of
okay.
town?
How old are you?
4 and 5.
You're 5? Oh my goodness.
I had a birthday yesterday.
Well, happy birthday.
Is your mama okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all supposed to be in school today?
Yeah, but my mom's not awake.
When's the last time y'all saw her awake?
She was awake, yesterday.
Yesterday? Was your dad home yesterday?
No.
Okay.
Did you see if she can wake up? You can talk to her?
I'm coming back.
아이랑 얘기하면 할수록 뭔가 이상함을 감지한 경찰. 하지만 성인 보호자 없이는 함부로 들어갈 수 없기에 상급자 승인을 기다리죠. 승인을 기다리고 있던 그때 문에서 이상한 흔적을 발견했습니다. 깊게 파인 홈이 누가 보더라도 억지로 연 것 같은 흔적이었죠.
Because the door looked like it had been kicked in.
Santucci said it looks like it's been kicked in, but we don't know how recent or old that is. Okay, we'll do.
Is the door locked?
Yeah.
Man, police department! Need to speak with you real quick.
I think she can't hear you.
Can you bang on the door loud?
Yeah, but she's still not coming.
그리고 잠시 후 상급자 승인이 떨어지자 경찰은 집 안으로 들어가기 시작합니다.
Jessica, this is Officer Irwin out of the police department. You okay?
She can't hear you. She's asleep.
We're gonna try to wake her up, okay? Make sure you guys are okay. What you looking for?
Y'all want to watch cartoons or something?
Dumbbell?
Yeah, y'all can watch cartoons or something. Go put it on. Go put it on.
Jessica, this is Officer Irwin out of the police department. We're here for a welfare concern. Check on your well-being. You okay in there?
Which one's your mom?
That's my dad and my mom.
Yeah, y'all go sit in y'all's room, please.
Yeah.
She's in the bathroom.
Yeah, y'all go sit in the room.
Okay. I'll go sit down for me.
화장실 문을 아무리 두드려도 응답이 없자 불길함을 느낀 경찰들. 아이들을 화장실에서 격리시켜 방으로 데리고 들어가죠.
23, 104. You respond over here.
그리고 화장실 문을 따고 들어간 경찰은 할 말을 잃었습니다. 그들이 본 것은 욕조에 반쯤 잠긴 채 숨진 엄마였습니다.
Do we know if it was a male or the female?
Should I go tell the kids?
No.
시신을 수습하는 사이 다른 경찰관은 아이들의 곁을 지켰습니다. 그리고 그 대화 속에서 여러 정보들이 나왔죠.
Laying down on the bathroom or what?
She's just laying down right now, okay? We're
Where?
just trying to get her some help, okay?
Where is she laying down at?
She's in the bathroom.
Why?
Maybe she's not feeling well right now, okay? We just need you to just keep your sister,
Is she
okay?
ever gonna go to? Is she ever gonna wake up?
We're gonna figure that out, okay? Everything. No, we gotta stay in here, okay?
Why?
Because your grandma's coming to get y'all right now.
How do you know?
Because I just talked to your grandma on the phone.
You know her phone number?
Yeah, she's the one that called us, okay? Okay?
And she said that
Make sure your sister's okay.
she said that lay down. I want to kill her.
Okay. She was face down.
Oh, she was in it?
Yeah, she was in it, but the candles were on and stuff, so I had to make sure she wasn't. The little girl told me, the oldest one, the 9-year-old, told me that her grandma, she overheard her grandma saying that she had a neck injury and that she was trying to go to the hospital because her neck was hurt. And when her dad came back in town, her grandma was saying that her dad was trying to kill her. Okay.
경찰은 의심의 여지 없이 가장 유력한 용의자를 체포했습니다. 자신의 아내가 죽었음에도 불구하고 태연하게 휴가를 즐기던 남편 브랜든이었습니다. 브랜든은 순순히 시인하며 취조를 시작합니다. 일요일에 홧김에 아내의 목을 졸랐다고 인정한 겁니다.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
Yes. Basically, while we're here, I do suffer from manic bipolar. We call that depression.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to. You have to speak up a little bit. Kind of hard of hearing.
I do suffer from manic bipolar depression disorder.
Okay.
And over time, if I let things out, I don't treat it, I black out sometimes, and things happen that I actually don't. It happens out of nowhere, then I'm back to normal like nothing happened. It happens. I'm not excusing it. I accept fault that happened, and it happened on Monday or Sunday. Sorry, it happened on Sunday.
Okay.
My wife told me that I broke her loose. That's why I got the scratches on my arm. I broke my front door, and I choked her. When I came to realize what was going on, I stopped. I let her leave and go to her mom's house, and that's what happened on that incident. It was provoked, and that's the last thing my wife and I talked about.
꽤 솔직한 시작처럼 보였습니다. 하지만 형사가 정작 궁금했던 건 다른 날이었습니다. 아내가 목숨을 잃기 직전 마지막으로 그녀와 연락한 게 언제였는지 말입니다.
The last night I talked to my wife, which was Tuesday. She was on the phone. We FaceTimed each other, and she just kept saying, I'm sorry, it's my fault. I provoked you, I did it. Our life is over. That's all she kept saying, our life is over. Our life is over, and I'm sorry, and it was my fault. And I kept saying, no, it's not your fault. She's like, no, I love you, it's my fault, I did this to you. And I was like, I kept telling her, no, it's not. I was like, I'm gonna check myself until I go to the hospital. And she just kept saying, my family's gonna disown me because I don't wanna let you go because I love you. And when I woke up this morning, I just remember waking up like around early, like 3, and I just felt this cold feeling in my body, and I just texted her, like, are you okay? What's going on? And I got no response. I've been texting her all day, I've been calling her.
At any point during all this, if you were concerned about her welfare, why didn't you contact the police department?
The only and I was thinking about that too. Officer Hill, I was thinking about calling him, but like I said, I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't want to send them to a panic, so I'd rather have somebody else go over there, because Officer Hill was I was supposed to let me know when there was a warrant issue, because I had no idea that the warrant had been open. I had no idea, but he told me that he was going to, so I was like, I don't want to make it seem like I'm stalking her. was.
So
Go ahead.
you called when you called the school. Did you mention something to them about the conversation that you had had with her the night prior to about her being suicidal?
The only thing, suicidal. It's with her. I didn't really think that she would go through to do anything. So the last thing I thought was suicidal. I thought she was just gonna up and leave because she kept saying that she was gonna up and leave. She was gonna regroup like before, like when she was still like in her mad stage. That's what she was saying, that she was gonna uproot. So I wanted to make sure if she was gone. I wanted to make sure before I went back to the house. And because other than that, I knew eventually I was trying to give her some space. That's pretty much what it was.
If it wasn't a homicide, or if she wasn't killed by someone, then what happened?
I don't know what she did. I wasn't at the house. I asked how was she found, what happened. I don't have any knowledge of anything. So I couldn't give an answer to what she did. I just know that.
브랜든의 주장은 이랬습니다. 화요일 밤 그는 친구 집에 머물렀고 아내와는 영상통화만 나눴다는 거죠. 그런데 수요일 새벽 이유 모를 오한을 느끼며 잠에서 깼다고 합니다. 뭔가 잘못됐다는 걸 미리 예감이라도 한 것처럼 말이죠.
I just know that she was upset the last time I talked to her.
Well, she was found face down in a full bathtub. That's how she was found. She didn't just fall in that bathtub. She didn't put herself down in that bathtub. Her face was in the bathtub and the other half of her body was outside of the bathtub. So you can imagine how that looks. I know that you've mentioned suicide several times, not only to the school but to Detective Jackson in here. It's not a suicide. So if we're being honest, and it's not you, if you didn't have anything to do with it, then who did? You're her husband. You know her. You know her contacts. You know her friends.
I don't know her. I don't know a lot of her friends.
Okay.
You've been together since, been married since November, correct?
She's going to tell you. She's going to tell you things as her husband about people she doesn't like, people that don't like her. If there's something that bad, she probably would have known about it. Who was pissed off enough at your wife to do that to her? And I'm telling you, it was not accidental. She didn't do it to herself. Those two little kids in that apartment didn't do it to her.
하지만 형사들은 그가 모르는 사실들을 모두 알고 있었습니다. 그날 밤 그의 휴대폰이 어디 있었는지 보여주는 기록이었죠.
Brandon, this is your opportunity to be honest.
I've been honest with you the whole time.
Let us know what's going on.
I've been honest with you the whole time. The whole time. I've been honest with you the entire time.
I don't think you have been honest.
I have, yes.
Because for one, 95% of this time that we've been talking to you, you haven't looked at us. You stared at the ground the whole time. You've only looked when you want to see our reaction to things that you say. That's the only time that you've looked at us. Yes.
No, that's not true, sir.
Yes, sir, it is. This is not my first rodeo. No, it's not yours. But there's things that we look for that are indicative that someone's not telling us the truth. So far, man, you've been spot on almost every one of them.
I have a problem with that.
So this is your opportunity. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe something bad happened. Maybe y'all had an argument. We don't know. We need you to fill in those details. But if you want to play games, and if you want to say that I don't know what happened, I wasn't there, and later on we get results from the autopsy, we get your cell phone records, you at all this evidence that says otherwise, it's not going to be good for you, man. You know what I think happened? I think you messed up. I don't think you meant to do anything to your wife. Just judging by the way you've acted all day, by the way you're acting now, I think you know you screwed up. You did something stupid, you went a little too far. And now your wife's dead because of it. I mean, you're only telling yourself, no, you didn't do it. You're not telling me that.
I just don't want to be blamed for this.
You what?
I just don't want to be, now I'm being blamed for this. That's why I was like, when you told me that I'm coming to have question, I was like, what? Like, I wouldn't even there.
Well, Brandon, you're married to her, and you're gone. I'm getting information that you're making some strange phone calls that you normally don't make. When I do talk to you on the phone, you tell me you're going to be here. After you find out that your wife's deceased, and then you drive around for another 5 hours, and you tell us that you were afraid. If I just found out that my wife was dead, I would have been there as quickly as I possibly could have.
When I first I was on my way, when I got back to my car, I was on my way out here as soon as I possibly could.
Hey man, Brandon, stop. Stop. Feeding us the lines, playing the games. Detective Jackson is right. Any normal person, they found out their wife was dead, warrant or not, whether or not you knew you had a warrant or not, you're still going to go to the police and try to find out what the hell happened.
So the person that you claim to have been staying with for the last 48 hours since you and your wife got into that fight on Sunday, what would you tell me if I told you that we've already spoken to that person? That person actually reached out to us and basically told us that you're full of it, that you haven't been over there, you haven't been staying with her, and she don't want anything to do with any of this, and that you're lying about that.
That wouldn't be true.
That wouldn't be true?
No, sir. She didn't say that. I know she didn't say that.
Yeah, she did. So she don't want to get caught up in this mess.
I'm not saying you hadn't spoken to that person, because clearly you have. But I don't think that person would call us and say, look, I don't know what's going on. I don't want to be involved in it. I don't know what he's telling you guys. I want my name cleared of this situation.
That part I know that's not true, because
whatever it is that you put in your head that you were going to tell us today, whenever you knew it was inevitable that you're going to have to speak to us. I know you're smart enough to know that. But whatever story that you have in your head is not jiving. It's not going to work.
브랜드는 하루 종일 같은 대답만 되풀이했습니다. 그날 밤 자기는 그 집엔 없었다. 하지만 형사들은 이미 알고 있었습니다. 그의 휴대폰이 정확히 그 시각 그 아파트의 와이파이에 접속했다는 사실 말입니다. 하룻밤이 지나고 브랜드는 다시 취조실에 앉습니다. 이번엔 새로운 형사가 들어와 다시 한번 알리바이를 확인하기 시작합니다. 형사는 휴대폰 위치 기록을 꺼내듭니다. 그날 밤 9시 그의 차량이 엘빈으로 향하는 도로에서 번호판 인식 카메라에 포착됐다는 겁니다. 와이파이 접속 기록도 정확히 같은 시각을 가리키고 있었습니다.
And your phone connected with the Wi-Fi Tuesday night. And the only way your phone could have connected to the Wi-Fi of that apartment is you'd had to have been pretty close to it.
no, my phone.
Hold on. Okay. That's what the records are showing. I haven't looked at them. Detective Jackson has. That's what he told me. So is there an explanation why, if you weren't there, why your phone would have
because I have an app on my phone, and what I can do is I can check all the hi. It's called the Xfinity Hi-Fi, and that could be possibly why. Because I can look and see what's connected to the Wi-Fi from my Wi-Fi, and I hit that app a few times the night before. I always use that.
What do you mean you hit that app?
When you hit the app, I guess it probably connects to my phone wasn't actually connected to the Wi-Fi. It was connected to the app.
Yeah, but no, your phone was connected to the app, to the Wi-Fi.
My phone, yeah, my phone has the app is on my phone.
But it's not through the app. It just automatically synced with the Wi-Fi.
Oh no, my phone wasn't. I wasn't there. So. I mean, what time would it say that?
I think it was. I don't know. Don't hold me to this. I want to say it was around 10 or after 10 at night. The license plate readers picked your car up coming to Alvin about 9 o'clock. You were at, do you remember?
It was off at 288. I forgot I can get the cross section. It was off
10 o'clock.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Oh, I didn't drive my car tonight.
But you said nobody else drives your car.
Right, no, but I wasn't.
Okay, hold on a second now. This is technology, okay? I don't understand it, but other people do, and they tell me that this is good, okay? You and I talked earlier. I mentioned that part of getting to your mental health is accepting responsibility.
바로 이 지점부터 브랜든의 이야기는 조금씩 어긋나기 시작합니다. 형사는 그를 몰아세우는 대신 5살 배기 딸의 이름을 조용히 꺼냅니다. 지금 이 대화를 그 아이가 듣고 있다면 아빠를 어떻게 생각할지 넌지시 묻습니다.
If Zoe were sitting in this room right now, your 5-year-old daughter, if she was sitting in this room right now and she knows what happened, she knows everything that took place this week, what do you think she'd be thinking now listening to you tell me this?
About what part?
About that you weren't on 288, that your phone didn't connect with the Wi-Fi Tuesday night.
I mean, if Zoe was here with me, she would believe me, but that's the truth.
But what if Zoe knew the truth?
I didn't drive my car.
Are you saying somebody else drove your car?
No, I didn't drive my car. I didn't leave. I didn't come to Alvin on Tuesday.
At some point, you're going to be looking at a judge or a jury, and they're going to say, "This is Brandon Garrett. This is what he did." And Brandon says he didn't do it, and this is all the evidence we have that says he did it. But when we asked him about it, he says, "I wasn't there, didn't do it, don't know what happened." Okay? But there's another scenario where you go before a judge or a jury, and this is Brandon Garrett, and this is what he did. And when we asked him about it, Brandon said it was a bad thing. He made a big mistake. He let his mental illness get the better of him. He wasn't taking his medication. He kind of flipped out. She pushed his buttons, and he got carried away. And he's so sorry. He wished he could make it all go away and that everything could be good again, but he knows it can't. And he'll do whatever he can to those two girls to make their lives right. Okay? Now let's say you're the judge. Which one of those two guys are you going to give a break to? The first one, doesn't know anything, wasn't there? Or the other one that said he made a big mistake, he got carried away, his emotions, his mental health got the best of him. Which one of those two guys are you going to give a break to? Are you going to cut any slack to? Huh?
Obviously, the guy that told the truth.
And which one of those guys would you make an example of then? The first one or the second one? Huh? You would make an example of the second one? The one that told the truth? The first one? That's human nature, Brandon. That's how, it doesn't matter if you're a judge or a jury or a cop or a construction administrator. That's human nature. That's how we all perceive things. We all want to believe that there's good in people. No one wants to believe, like Detective White said, that there are monsters in the world. So if you're a monster, you're a monster. If you're not a monster, then you need to tell us that you're not a monster. I believe you. I believe you 100% when you tell me that. I believe that your mental illness, your lack of being on your medication, the emotions, the fact that you were going to lose a wife and maybe a family again. What happened, Brandon?
I don't know what happened.
Take a deep breath. Tell us what happened. Brandon, tell us what happened.
I don't know what happened.
Brandon, you're the only one here that knows what happened.
I don't know what happened. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I don't know what happened.
And like I said, Brandon, look at me for a second. This isn't me playing tricks. Sometimes I have to ask questions that I already know the answers to, but this is your statement. I don't want to put here and put words in your mouth ever to somebody. That's not fair to that person. So I have to let you say it, not me. So you said you're driving down 6 on Tuesday, and because she wanted to see you. So she wanted to see you, and then, and where did you go from 6? Which obviously I know, I just have to get your statement.
Driving to the house.
I can't hear you.
I was just driving.
And when you got there, where did you park at the apartment complex on Tuesday night?
She told me not to text her to come in for a while because Janine was still awake.
Okay. Did you have a key or was the door unlocked?
She unlocked it. I gave her my key on Monday.
She unlocked the door, and what was the first words out of her mouth?
I didn't talk to her.
Okay, so she unlocked the door, and then where did you go from there? Or you walked in, where did you go from there?
I walked in, I saw that her bedroom door was locked.
You saw her bedroom door locked, and then what happened from there?
I didn't go in the bedroom. That's why
Was she in the bedroom?
I assume, I don't know. That's why I just what was it? Wednesday. That's all Wednesday. I kept checking on everybody. I didn't know what was going on.
Brandon, look at me for a minute. If you have to judge somebody and you're sitting there judge or jury, is that going to fly with Brandon? It's not. You know it's not.
I mean, but it's the truth. I know it sounds crazy. That's why I was just like, then I don't
look at me. There's no such thing as crazy. It's people that need help, that need meds, that have issues. We all do. And you don't get past it. And yeah, this is gonna suck for a little while, but it gets better. You will see the daylight, but you won't see the daylight if you refuse to get rid of that dark cloud. You know that. You know that. Think about you walking through the door. And like Detective Taylor said, I'm not saying you are lying. I know it's hard to bring up painful memories. And this would be an extremely painful memory. I know that.
You ain't gonna get past it unless you do.
So, walking through the door, tell me what happened to you, please.
I just remember my bag was sitting in the living room. And I popped the light on to see the bag, and my bag was sitting in the living room.
In her room?
No, in the living room. I asked her to put it in there. Well, I asked her to make sure my bag was in there because I left it. And then I turned the light off once I saw it so I wouldn't trip over it because it was behind when you walk in. It was the pink mat that used to be in the girl's room, but she put it in front of the door. And I would have tripped over it if I had turned on the light. And then I walked over the room and I knocked on the door. And when I knocked on the door, I was like, "Hey, can I see you?" She was like, "No." I was like, "Babe, I want to see you." She was like, "No, just go." So I sat on the couch. And then I had my spare key.
feelings hurt. Please tell us about the argument you had.
We didn't have an argument. We had an argument.
Discussion, then, if you would call it a discussion.
There was no screaming match, no nothing.
Well, then tell me what happened. So you're telling me, let me get this straight, because this is what a quarter judge or jury would hear. You're telling me that there was no screaming match.
No.
You're telling me that there was no argument. So what you're telling me is you snuck in there and killed her. What you're telling me is you snuck in there and killed her like a serial killer would.
No, sir.
You're not telling me you did it out of sudden passion, which is a defense.
No, sir.
You didn't do it out of sudden passion. You didn't do it out of anger. You did it because you're evil, is what you're telling me. Because there's no doubt what you did.
No, sir.
So you're not, there was no sudden passion. There was no, can I tell you this? He has seen me angry. We've worked a lot of stuff over the years and we're pretty close. And he has seen me lose it and do something in sudden passion. Everyone does, is my point. I have. He has. Everyone can get angry. Not to that point, but everyone can get angry, including you. People can understand someone that loses it in anger. People can't understand someone that sneaks in and kills someone while they're sleeping.
I don't believe he did that.
I don't either, and that's what I'm trying to get you from.
That's all we got to. That's the only thing that we can present at this moment, because I don't believe that. You're not even telling us.
I don't believe you're that evil. I don't. But
because you know what? Let me tell you something. The district attorney of Missouri County is a woman, and whenever there's a female victim involved, she is a strict dad. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's how you're going to be presented, as an evil person. Well, I don't believe you are. Detective White doesn't believe you are. But you're telling us that's what happened. This is, you know, this is an opportunity for you to tell your side of this, instead of us just going on what evidence and facts tell us. Because the evidence and facts don't tell emotions.
He finally breaks.
And if you didn't sneak in to say, ooh, I'm this evil person, I'm going to go kill her, and you didn't do that, then what's fair is for your side of the story to come out. That's what's fair.
Do you think that what happened wasn't intentional? Or that you're not a monster? Do you think that you're not a monster? Do you think it's important that you tell your side of the story? Or you just keep acting like nothing happened between you? I wouldn't be shaking your head no at this point.
I'm sorry, I don't even understand the question.
What happened? What was the altercation that happened between y'all two? What button did she push?
Tuesday night in her bedroom.
That's the question.
And don't say you just didn't talk and you left, because we know that's not the truth. And what's more important is we know that that's not the truth. So you're not sitting here BSing us. You're lying to yourself, if anything.
We haven't lied to you at all, Brandon, about anything. This really is important for your future. That if there's a mitigating circumstance there, then you have to be the one that says it.
Was this on purpose or was it accidental? Just give me that much. Was it on purpose or accidental? Brandon, was it on purpose or accidental? Brandon, don't hide behind your hands. Was it on purpose or accidental? Brandon, was it on purpose or accidental? You know that makes all the difference in the world, don't you? Brandon, was it on purpose or accidental? purpose or accidental?
She told me to.
I can't hear you.
She told you to?
Who told you to? Brandon, look at me for a second. Brandon, look at me. Brandon.
Who told you?
Tell me, answer this.
Said she told
Was
you
it on
to.
purpose or accidental? Was it on purpose or accidental?
She said she didn't want to live anymore.
She said she didn't want you anymore?
Live. She didn't want to live anymore.
She didn't want to live anymore.
She said to take care of the girl that she didn't need to live no more.
You saying she wanted you to kill her?
She said her family disowned her.
You said her family disowned her?
She said that's all she had was her family and me.
Was it intentional or was it accidental?
It was accidental. I didn't.
So how did it happen accidentally?
I guess she was from the injury prior on Monday or Sunday night, excuse me. Sunday night it was. She pressed her hands against mine. Her neck against my hand.
On Tuesday? She pressed her neck against your hands on Tuesday? Tell me what happened then. Let's go back to when you walked in the door. Tell me what happened.
I walked in the door and we were speaking and she was crying.
You walked in the door and what? I couldn't hear you, sir.
She was crying.
Please sit up. So
she was crying? Yeah, okay. And then what happened?
Crying and she kept saying repeatedly she didn't want to live no more.
She was saying she didn't want to live anymore?
She kept saying her family disowned her, was going to disown her. She took me back and she said she loved me. And she I've done everything for her.
So what happened?
We were sitting by the restroom, we were standing eventually, but I was sitting beside of the bed, on my side of the bed talking to her. And my side of the bed is the side with the big nightstand. I don't know if you were in there. If you're looking at the bed, the left side of the bed, that's my side.
Okay.
And I was sitting on that side and we were talking. And she was saying she don't want to lose me. She said, but she just doesn't want to live anymore. And I was like, what do you mean you don't want to live anymore? And she walked over, picked my hand up, and walked me to where the restroom. And it was already water in the bathtub. And I was like, I'm thinking she would take it back. She was like, no.
You were thinking what?
It was water in the bathtub, so I was like thinking she doesn't take a bath, and that was weird when she takes showers. I felt like that was weird already in itself. And I was like, well, what's wrong? And she looked in the mirror, and the look of her face, she was crying like, I've never seen her cry so hard and so much. And she put my hand on her neck, and she said, I don't want to live anymore. And she started squeezing. And she
started squeezing what?
She started squeezing my hand. At first they were just sitting here like that. Because I was trying to snap it down. She was like, no, and I didn't want to snap. She said, don't. And I put my hands up. And she just started squeezing my hand. She said, do it. And she stood there. And she said, do it. And she said, finish what you started because I can't live anymore.
How long did you squeeze her neck?
Not long at all.
What would be your guess?
Probably not even a minute.
So what happened then?
Well, she kind of like fainted and fell in the tub.
And then what happened?
And then, I don't know, after that, like she didn't move. It's like she was already gone. And it wasn't even that long.
So then what happened?
I just left the apartment. She told me to do it. I didn't think it was going to happen. I didn't do it long enough for it to happen. I don't think I did.
마침내 용의자 브랜든이 새로운 진술을 꺼냈습니다. 그날 밤 제시카가 눈물을 흘리며 더는 살고 싶지 않다고 했습니다. 그리고 자신의 목에 그의 두 손을 직접 갖다 대며 죽여달라고 부탁했다는 겁니다. 자신은 채 1분도 안 되게 힘을 줬을 뿐이고 그녀가 정신을 잃으며 스스로 욕조에 쓰러졌다고 주장했습니다.
show me on this box how hard you squeezed your neck? Just squeeze it. I don't care if you crush the box. I don't care if you crush it. Show me how hard you squeezed it.
Probably like that much.
That's that. You can crush that box as much as you want. I don't care.
It's probably like this. But I felt that I think she already had a bruise from when I first did it, and I
From
think
Sunday.
I think I hit that bruise or whatever. I did something because I felt like this real low. Like it's
Was it just like that? Is that how you're doing it?
Yeah.
Is that as hard as you squeeze?
That's about.
We're gonna get you glass with you right now.
하지만 부검 결과는 전혀 다른 이야기를 하고 있었습니다. 욕조 바닥에 남아있던 핏자국, 그저 정신을 잃고 쓰러진 흔적이 아니었습니다. 누군가 반복해서 그녀의 얼굴을 물속으로 짓눌렀다는 증거였습니다.
But I know what some of the things you've told us. Some of them are the truth, but some of them are not. I mean, like I said, man, the police can put together what happened. It's just the why, and that's the reason to give you that opportunity to say this is why, like Detective Taylor said, monster, or somebody that has some mental health issues.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna go so far as to say that you are a monster. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you choked that girl out, shoved her head into that bathtub until she drowned. Then you politely and quietly grabbed your and you fled the scene. And then you sit here and cried crocodile tears about doing it. Because she told you to do it. Not only did she tell you to do it, she made you do it. She grabbed those big 6 foot, whatever you are, 300 and whatever pounds you are, and pressed your hands around her throat until she suffocated, until she strangled to death, and fell in that tub and drowned. You know what crocodile tears are? That's like the absence of tears. Grief, you can't fake it. You sit here and and not a damn tear came out of your face. You can't even be honest right now in this room and accept responsibility for what you did. You're going to sit there and lie bald-faced to 2 men that have a combined time in law enforcement of 62 years and try to convince us this little girl choked herself out with your hands and then fell in that bathtub and drowned.
I didn't say she choked herself out with my hands.
Huh?
I didn't say she choked herself out.
형사는 더 이상 그의 말을 믿지 않았습니다. 아내의 목을 조르고 익사시킨 그 남자의 말을 말입니다.
You're saying she pressed her hands in and then she just blacked out. She fainted and she fell in the tub.
But
she fell in the tub. You know what was in the bottom of that tub under her head? Blood. Blood. You know why there was blood? Because her face was hitting the bottom of that tub. Yeah.
No.
That's evidence, dude. I got pictures of that. Yeah.
That's not what happened.
You might not be aware of it. That is what happened.
That's not what happened, sir.
Dude, don't sit here and tell me she fainted and fell in that bathtub.
That's not what happened.
And drowned.
That's not what happened, sir.
Then tell me what happened. Because it ain't what you told me a minute ago.
That's what happened.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Just stop. Just stop. Brandon, you know that's not what happened. And you know you have not convinced us. You know what? I'm going to cut Detective White out because he's a nice guy. He wants to give you the benefit of the doubt. And I am beyond that at this point. You're a cold-blooded killer. You choked that girl out, held her head underwater till she drowned and strangled, and then you left the house real quietly. You were so concerned about your own that you couldn't even call 911? That you couldn't try to resuscitate her? That you couldn't pull her head out of the water? No, because you know once her head went in that water, she was dead. Because you held it under there until she stopped moving. And now you're sitting in here trying to convince 2 detectives she fell in the bathtub. This is the one I got to tell you again. Are you listening to the words that are coming out of your mouth? Do they stop and reflect and tell me if they make any sense to you? Huh? Huh? It don't make any sense because there's no sense to it.
The whole thing doesn't make sense. The whole reason, the whole thing.
No. It might not. But what you're telling me is so far from not making sense.
이제 이 악마를 처벌할 시간. 법원은 그에게 어떤 처벌을 내렸을까? 재판은 브라조리아 카운티 앵글턴의 법원에서 열렸습니다. 검찰은 사망 36시간 전 촬영된 피해자의 경찰 바디캠 영상을 배심원들 앞에 그대로 재생했습니다.
Man, police department. Need to speak with you real quick.
I think she kept scaring you.
Can you bang on the door loud?
She's still not coming.
Jessica, this is Officer Irwin out of the police department. You okay?
She kept cheering. She's asleep.
그리고 그 영상을 보던 법정 안에 있던 사람들 모두가 할 말을 잃었습니다. 브랜든은 끝내 증언대에 서지 않았습니다. 변호인 측 역시 이렇다 할 반박 증거를 내놓지 못했죠. 검찰의 손에 쥐어진 건 부검 결과와 통신 기록, 그리고 그 자신의 입에서 나온 말들이었습니다. 배심원단이 편결에 걸린 시간은 단 1시간이었습니다. 1급 살인, 만장일치 유죄. 형량을 정하는 데 걸린 시간 역시 1시간이면 충분했습니다. 피고인 브랜든 타이론 게럿. 본 법정은 배심원단의 편결에 따라 1급 살인 혐의에 대해 유죄를 인정하며 피고인에게 종신형을 선고한다. 여러분은 이 사건에 대해 어떻게 생각하시나요? 여러분의 생각을 댓글로 남겨주세요. 구독과 좋아요, 댓글은 영상을 만드는데 큰 힘이 됩니다. 감사합니다. 처벌 실화냐?